All right, Playbwoi Tha Great.
Yo, what's good?
What's good with you,
Stop
fam?
beefing. What's up?
All right, man. We're gonna start this interview off, man. I want you to start from the beginning, man. You got a long history in music here, and I want you to kind of start off from the beginning and talk a little bit about how you got started, in music.
Uh, well, I've been doing music for as long as I know. Like, really, I'm 9. I probably wrote my first song when I was 9, but my first known song that I did, I was like 19, 20, I think. It was a song called Money on My Mind with Lil Scooty and Marcy. They had the studio on 38th and Pennant and Pike, I think it was. It was like a conglomerate of music and fashion, and they had a couple of tattoo artists in there, Nitty, Shano, and Yonio, I think. It was like just some new shit, really. And on top of that, we was grinding out of it. So, like, really, that's where my first real true studio experience came. Cause before then, we was just putting 2 radios together, and putting cassette tapes in there. You know what I'm saying? Pressing record, playing the beat on one and recording on the other. So really, the studio with the MRC crew or whatever, that was really like my first studio experience. But I ain't get into making beats probably a year or so or 2 into recording music.
Now, what made you want to get into beats? Because I actually remember when you started making beats. At that spot over there, like you said,
Yeah.
on Pennant and Pike, and you would sit over there. There was a little computer that you had over there up to the left.
Yeah, that's really
over there. You'd be working on beats.
being there really was where it all started because it was a computer there that really, it was really like the studio computer, but it had all the tools or whatever programs I needed to make beats. And I really just taught myself I would shadow other producers who made beats or whatever, and I just go in there behind them and rearrange some shit and just tuggle with it or whatnot. I kind of taught myself how to make it because I already had an ear for making beats. So really from there, me being in there, because I really didn't have no, truth be told, I ain't had nowhere to stay. Like, I was living in that studio. Like, flat broke. I had a son on the way. And, like, my living situation, really everything was just fucked up for me at the moment. So I kind of taught myself to make beats to really make some money. You know what I'm saying? It really wasn't no, like, real want for me to really make beats other than, like, of course I love music, but, like, my main focus was the grind, like, because everybody was in there trapping and, you know what I'm saying, hustling whatever product they had. But I really, by me having a son on the way, I was trying to steer away from the streets, even though I was, you know what I'm saying, in that. So that's really where my struggles came from, trying to just be a better example for my son. But I don't know. You can say I'm a quick learner when it comes to that shit because really I caught on quick. And next thing you know, I was making beats for not only myself but some of the biggest artists in the city.
Yeah. And so, speaking of starting to make beats, you started, making beats for cats like, Nut and, that whole movement with, Section 8 Living and all of those guys. And then Take a Ride came.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And really, really killed the city. Talk about that time, man. Talk about that era.
Take a Ride. That was really how I met. Well, really like my first interaction with MGG and Pootie and them. I ain't really know them before that. I just kind of knew of them.
At the studio, like.
I think it was Pootie had hit me up. Pootie was kind of like orchestrating the whole project, or I don't know how it went, but I know Pootie wanted to get some production from me on their project. So I guess he wanted to do. He had the idea of doing a smoke song, so he picked the beat. And I remember when he picked the beat to take a ride, I was just trying to like. I was really kind of spinning them because I ain't like it. I was down there like, bro, man, let me just make you something else. He's like, nah, man, that's the one, bro. Do something to that, bro. I want you to do something to that. So he was just in the studio and shit. I don't know how it happened, but next thing you know, Take a Ride came out of that. But really, a lot of people don't know, like the bass line from Take a Ride is it's really inspired by that R. Kelly, Sex Me. So I kind of like that. That's really what kind of catch people's ear because it's a familiar sound. So that's really what a lot of people tell me. Like I got a lot to do with the Naptown sound. So I feel like a lot of my shit come from what I'm saying, that more like 90s inspired bass line type shit. But Take a Ride was really like the start of it all.
So let's talk about that because I was talking to Lil E, and when we did our interview and we were talking about the Naptown sound, and he mentioned produce. Of course he mentioned Playbwoi first, on how you've actually really created a sound.
Yeah.
And I think that's underrated. Like Detroit has a sound, Chicago has drill in their sound. I think that's when markets really break is when they have their own sound, and that's something that you all are creating. So talk a little bit about your inspiration and how you created what you feel is that
I
Naptown
don't
sound.
see. I don't want to even like take ownership of the sound, but I say I probably like rebirthed it. You know what I'm saying, for lack of better terms. But a lot of my inspiration come from the pioneers. The NAP, Kilo G, rest in peace. You know, Lil Nut, G Stack. Just like that Midwest sound, really, not only just them, but the Bone Thugs and Harmony, the Twist, the Do or Die, like, that's really like the inspiration to my, like, method of, what I'm saying, my sound. But I can't really say that I'm the one who created the sound, but I can say that, like, I really coined it and made it. You know what I'm saying? I rebirthed it and I gave it really more of a stamp in our, what I'm saying, area. But definitely, it wasn't really just me alone. It was the artist that, what I'm saying, brought the beats to life too. So I can't take all the credit for that, but I definitely do got a lot to do with that. I can say that humbly.
Yeah. And so you've worked with pretty much everybody in the city. Um, you know, talk about some of the artists that you've really felt that you created with. I mean, and producers. I know you're doing the Lord. I'm sorry,
The
what's the name?
Drum Lords,
Drum Lords.
the
Talk.
production team
Yeah,
that I
talk a little
got,
bit about.
me, Burks, Fresh Does It, and Philosopher, and Dark. Philosopher, he incarcerated right now, but he'll be home real soon. But really just trying to make, what I'm saying, right now, by me really just elevating in my situation, my demand is greater than my supply. So I'm trying to bring in producers to, what I'm saying, help spread these beats and really help my niggas get a bag, just to be all the way real. But yeah, the Drum Lords really, I feel like Indiana got some of the best talent, that like some of the best unheard talent. So everything I do with my career, with my music, with my beats or whatever, I try to keep it like home base. Cause every door I get in, I try to make sure I can bring people in with me. You know what I'm saying, from my area. Cause I feel like that's real important.
So let's fast forward. Take a Ride went crazy. You had the city radio, all of that, and then you had a radio record with Usher at a moment that Rec One supported,
Yeah.
and then Boosie comes calling. Talk a little bit about that situation, how that kind of began.
Uh, well, really, it was from me just always being persistent and proactive. Cause I started out working with one of his artists named J Day, but I'm always the type of person like any room I go in, I'm trying to introduce myself to everybody in the room, cause I know from that might come an opportunity. So I'm big on getting emails. I'm not really big on. I don't really care to get a picture from you. If I can get your email, I'm satisfied with that. You feel me? So the way how I got linked up with Boosie was we went to the studio. Well, he had a show in Indianapolis one night, and I think it was some dudes from Anderson. They had they had paid him for a feature, and they was looking for somewhere to record. So long story short, I opened the studio up for him. Scooty was there. I think it was Scooty's show. Scooty was the one who booked him. But Scooty introduced me to Boosie. He was already familiar with me from the work that I did with one of his artists. So I played him some beats that night, and he must have rapped on my shit for like 2 hours, just playing through beats all night. And from there, he he ain't called me, but he gave me his email that night, so I sent him some beats. And then a few days later, I think he called Lil Scooty or FaceTime Lil Scooty and told him to relay the message to tell me to send him some more beats. And that was like almost 3 years ago. So from there, the rest was history. We've been working there since.
And I think that says a lot too, because you started in a situation with Scooty. Y'all
Yeah,
kept it solid through the years,
for sure.
and then that relationship then turned into an introduction,
Yeah,
to a future opportunity.
yeah. I always try to keep them day ones around. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in like switching up. To be real, like I'm real like big on my city. Like I want to put a spotlight on this, on what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? So I that's why I feel like I always put a lot of people before me. Sometimes if the situation might present itself to me, like I'm humble enough to say this person might, what I'm saying, have something more than what I got going on in the city right now. Like for instance, when Boosie called to he called me asking me should he bring Rich Homie Quan to Nap to open up with him or to be on the ticket with him.
Yeah,
But I suggested that he put some other artists from the city, you know what I'm saying, like Debo, Lil E,
yeah,
on the show with him. So like like I'm always thinking about the city versus myself. You feel me? So I ain't really like no. Some people might think, you know what I'm saying? I done got this before. Like some people probably think I'm arrogant, or some people just might get that preperception just from the situation you might be in. But I'm real like humble and like fair. I really feel like the only way we can make this shit shake is if we, push each other.
How did let's talk a little bit about that, unpack it. How did that affect you when that situation turned the way it did? Knowing that you had, kind of stuck your neck out in a way to
Yeah.
get that opportunity. Like how did that affect you, and how do you then rebound and still, what I'm saying, present those opportunities?
Really, it just taught me to like really be cautious with your moves, cause sometimes some situations ain't for everybody. Like I couldn't be mad at a choice. It was just how the choice and when it was made. You feel me? But it ain't no hard feelings. I just know sometimes I gotta be more selfish with what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? Cause really, if if I can't really advance in what I'm trying to do, then I can't help as much. If I'm still stuck in the same spot, in the same position as the next person, then how can I be of some assistance? You know what I'm saying? It's really to the point where you got to be selfish with yourself in order to advance. And once you get to that spot, you can pull people up. But if you ain't really there, y'all really just hindering each other. You know what I'm saying? If it really ain't no progress being made, so I gotta take, I gotta be more, you know what I'm saying, selfish with the opportunities that I get now. So like, it's really like, I don't know, this music shit, crazy, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. And so Boosie then uses some of your beats for some songs. You know what I'm saying? What were some of the tracks he laid
The
out?
first one he did was "Crying" with B Will.
Okay.
It was a Do or Die sample. I think it was on Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas mixtape.
Yeah.
And then from there, I think it was the Boo Pop.
So you got your label placement.
My first placement was on Boo Pop. The what was it? Damn. It was the Pain song.
Pain.
Yeah, yeah.
Pain.
Pain Run Deep. Pain Run Deep. And
Album.
Pain Run Deep is really like the same as Take a Ride. It's crazy. It seemed like the beats I really like, I don't really feel like they like as much. They love them. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But that was the first time Boosie ever called me. Was when I sent him that Pain Run Deep. He usually had somebody else call me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and relay a message about a beat or whatever. But he called me for that.
So that Pain Run Deep, he hit you up and
yeah,
said, "Hold up, man."
Yeah. He was fucking with that. That was album ready. So that really made my day when I got that, cause I got a nice check off of that beat.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. So, boom, you're making beats for him, things going well. What makes him decide to say, "I want to sign you and bring you on the team"?
Well, really, I had sent him some songs. I was out of town. I think I was in Vegas. I had texted him some music. I think this was right after he had signed Lil Blurry. I had texted him some music for him to check out, and he texted me back. After he had checked the music out, he texted me back like, "I think I'ma sign you." So from there, I met him back in Atlanta and played him some more music in the studio. His son, like Lil Tootie, was vouching for me too. Tootie and Quick. I had a couple of the other artists, you know what I'm saying, like telling them like to check me out, like, cause I let them hear some of my music before him. But really, it was like 2 years before Boosie ever heard one of my songs. Like, I never really pushed my music off on him because I really wasn't there for that. I was just there to produce, and I kind of like strategically did that because I wanted to build, you know what I'm saying, a relationship with him, just to really see if that was even a situation I would want to be in anyways, you know what I'm saying? On top of when I was to present my music to him, he would listen to it differently, you know what I'm saying, if we already had an acquaintance deeper than just music, you know what I'm saying? So it worked, because when he heard my shit, he instantly knew he wanted to sign me. So from there, it was up.
And so now, you put out a couple singles. You're moving the movement, producing, for everybody in the game now. I wanted to ask you, specifically for you, what's one of the things that you've learned from Boosie now, since you've been signed? What are some of the things that you've learned about the game, that you are applying to your hustle now?
Shit. Man, when the money there, you gotta go and get it. That's what I learned. Like when somebody ready, but I mean I've been knowing that, but at the same time he got a work ethic that is really you gonna want to match. Like cause I done sat there and seen him do 5 songs in 2-3 hours. So like I just learned you gotta stay on top of it and you gotta make investments. Definitely. And put your money up. Definitely. And definitely make sure you set your kids up. You know what I'm saying? For some generational wealth. Cause I see him doing that with all his children.
Yeah,
And I'm definitely trying to do that with mine.
yeah, we were talking about, you know, how you seen him work the internet. You know, can you
Yeah.
talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, like really just being taking every opportunity, taking advantage of every opportunity you can. Like the internet is really free money. Like you can't be mad at somebody if you put it out there and they pay for it. Like you can't knock the hustle. Like I done seen them make money off of, you know what I'm saying, just doing live talent shows. You know what I'm saying? 30,000, 40,000 in one day for people just going live playing their music, you know what I'm saying? And it's really an opportunity for some people that you really can't beat because you're going live with thousands of people, you know what I'm saying? And basically when it's posted on the story, not just only them thousands of people who seen it live, it's gonna be the people who watch it after that. You know what I'm saying? So you're really getting a lot of exposure. But I done seen them milk so many so many situations from the internet. So it's really endless. So I really like. It's free money out there with this rap shit. It's real. It's so much different than the streets. So I don't understand why a lot of these people who create that platform for themselves even like get sucked back into that shit because there's so much free money in this music if you put the same energy you put into the streets, into this rap, or into anything you do, you're gonna see triple.
Yeah. Now, you were talking about setting your kids up for generational wealth. I know you have a son and you do a lot with him, man, and y'all got a comic book.
Nah, it's not a
Color.
comic book, it's a children's book.
Okay, a children's
Yeah,
book. Talk
yeah.
a
It's
little bit
called
about that.
Cowboys Big Show. Me and my cousin Kevin Jeter put the book together. We got an illustrator, professional illustrator. We got all that coming out sometime this year. It's really been a long process. It taught me how business go too. You know what I'm saying? Because the first illustrator we had they got sick, so we had to wait and find somebody else. But it taught me that it's a lot more behind just putting a book out. But I feel like it's gonna be something big that my son can, you know what I'm saying, appreciate. And it's something that he can carry on and, you know what I'm saying, make money from. I really just want to teach him to be his own boss to where he don't have to work and depend on no kind of job or no government assistance or none of that. You know what I'm saying? I really want him to be his own boss. I'm trying to breed bosses. So I feel like that's real important. So I got him a LLC, and when he 18, he gonna have a bank full of money that he can do whatever with.
That's what it do, man. Couple other things, real quick. You got a project, or you doing some work with DJ Champ?
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
Well, I got a song me and DJ Champ produced called One Call That's All featuring Boosie. We about to put that out sometime this spring. But I'm really planning on shooting the video. We was just waiting on the weather to break. But we shooting the video sometime this spring in Indianapolis too. So that's coming out. But me and Champ, we really just been doing a lot of production collaborations and shit, trying to get placements. And we planning on doing a project together too, just of our production and my music.
Dig it, dig it. So, before you get out of here, man, tell the people, man, something about you that they might not know, man. What you like to
Shit.
do outside the music? What?
Man, I don't really like to do nothing really. It was crazy. I really just like to chill with my son, to be honest. If I ain't doing no music, I'm really with my little dude, because that's like really my best friend.
Yeah,
Outside of music, like, I don't really know nothing else.
yeah,
Because this really been like my plan A, plan B, plan C. Like, if this didn't work, this shit, it was going to have to work,
right.
period. So, really, my son, really my everything. That's why I say I feel like really being a father is the most important thing to me. So I gotta really instill that mentality into him, like to be great. So that's why I really watch what I do as far as a lot of stuff I say in my music or stuff I might let him be exposed to. You know what I'm saying? I'm real careful with that. So I ain't gonna say like I'm older now. I feel like I got my blessing at an age where I could appreciate it better, and there was a reason for that. So I be chilling, bro. I don't do shit, man. I'm in the house. I do a show and go home and lay down, for real.
Dig it. Anybody you want to shout out, man, before we get you out?
Shit, free Lil E, free Debo, free Get Money, free Pootie, man. Free Jimbo, free all the homies, man. Free all the homies. Rest in peace to all the homies. And shit, shout out to my little dude.
Already, man. Playbwoi Tha Great, man. Appreciate you, dog.
For sure.